Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, we're going to give away the remaining 2 gold passes, so the 4th one and 5th one of the 39,000 subscriber giveaway. Reason for this, I need to catch up. I'm falling a little bit behind here. All you got to do to enter is be subscribed, like this video, drop one comment to get one entry. All the other guidelines are in the comment section with the pinned comment or the description of the video. But now, I've had the question a lot. Aki, remember when the Super Yeti first came out and we used to just clone the Electromites? Does that still work? Well, it does suck that their housing space went from 1 to 3, which is a pretty big nerf, but I'm going to show you in 2 friendly challenges how well they do, and then we're going to try and also take it out in the Legends League and see if they do work well. Okay, the 2 most common strategies I used to pair them up with was A, the Root Riders, and then B, also Dragons. So I'm going to show off both versions. With the Root Riders, it works great to set a path for your Root Riders and obviously a nice funnel because you can use the Yeti, the Super Yeti at one side, and then your Queen with the Siege Barracks at the opposite side, Root Riders between that funnel you just created. But the thing is, the Super Yeti is a tad bit hard to clone, so I don't rush right into like a key, say, like the town hall here. So many buildings on the outside, I'm a little bit scared that it's going to get in towards there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's look at one of these compartments, either be at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, or 6 o'clock. I don't like 12 o'clock, too many trash buildings on the outside. I want to have a direct entry in here. So this mortar could be a good option, but so could this one right here. And I was just like, you know what? I like this more. There's a scatter shot there too. So I get my Super Yeti in. I'm not going to get all my clones right away. And worst case scenario, say if your Yeti is about to go down, just start cloning the Yeti. If worst things comes to worst and you can't get the Electromite. So watch this. I'm going to place that clone spell in front where the Yeti is not going to walk. I don't want him to walk there because remember, I'm trying to get the Electromites. So watch this. I'm going to wait for a Electromite to pop out. It's going to start becoming cloned, and then I'm going to start with the other ones, make them overlap and extend, and then I'm going to also get in a rage, and then they're off and running to the races. This whole compartment is practically going to go down, get both Infernos, I think, for us, or at least really close. Ricochet Cannon doesn't quite go down. Queen, Siege Barracks at the opposite side. Root Riders, get the healers down, Apprentice Warden. You guys already know the drill. You guys have used a bunch of Root Rider attacks. Minion Prince I like pairing up with the Roots. You can also switch this over for the King. Both options are totally fine. The main reason I like this, it works really nicely with the Raid Gem, and their pairing goes really solid together. Here I'm going to pop the Warden ability. I'm also going to pop the Minion Prince ability, but why did I do that simultaneously this time? I was dealing with the Ice Golems. There's a multi-gear tower, scatter shot, fire spitter, expo all locked onto us with the monolith. That's an amazing shot and probably one I wasn't going to get better on the backside of the base. Queen, pop her ability so we can get that giant out to tank as well. And then obviously the magic mirror queens are going to be going crazy. I'm going to wait for this archer tower to go down before putting the super wall breaker in so I don't target this set of walls and try getting those Valkyries in there as well. My minion prince is going to run off a little bit on his own here. Defense to defense while the Angry Jelly is active. I'm going to pop the World Champion ability soon, and we are going to get ourselves our first 3-star, but solid, I would say overkill. Like still, would I advise you 100% to use this? Is it as broken as it was before? No way. It's just not. I'm going to be clear with you guys. I'm not going to try putting blindfold over you and being like, oh yeah, I'll lead you astray. No, it is definitely not as good as it used to be. Come on. From 1 housing space to 3 for the Electromite, that is ridiculous. But you still can get those 3 stars. You rely more on the army now. You know what I mean? So I hope that you kind of understand that. But now let's go try it with the dragons. This base is going to help me answer 2 quick questions. People ask, how does it work on a spread out base? A, with air armies, but then also the Electromite clone. What am I going to target? What's my main piece of issue? Well, again, it's a quick funnel setter. Really quick. But I also don't want to put it in too much harm's way where I'm just done and then the Yeti is going to go down. But remember, if he's about to go down, just start cloning him. I really need that point to be in your guys' head. Do not wait for the Electromites. If you fail that part, then the attack is gone. You still just want to get the Yeti, and that can work too, so don't panic. But we're going to get him in at the storage here, and watch this clone spell placement. I know he's going to move over towards this storage, towards this wizard tower, but he's going to stay out of range of that clone. That's very important. Then I'm going to start overlapping because I saw the Electromites right there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to get an early rage. I could have placed this rage a little bit closer to this multi-archer tower. The only reason I didn't is I wanted to make sure those electromites actually get in towards that last clone. And you know what? This whole kind of compartment completely cleared out, and that spells great stuff for our dragons, because now I can funnel the opposite side with the queen. And for this base, I'm going to fire it from this army camp, maybe get this air defense, but I'm not really looking for the air defense because my queen can target that anyway. I want the sweeper, at least one of them, because I can attack behind the other sweeper. So watch this. Queen's giant arrow is going to come flying in here any second now. I guess I was waiting. Don't know what I was waiting on, but boom, fired that off. And look, I got that air defense and actually that backside air defense. And one thing I decided to do here, I don't know how I felt about this decision in the time. I started spreading out my dragons, but I want to discuss the Royal Champion for a minute. I could have placed her straight at 9 o'clock and had her walk in towards this compartment, but then you kind of leave this little awkward blip of buildings, which I don't want because I want my dragons to path towards the town hall. So I actually placed my Royal Champion with my queen. That's something I normally never do, but for a base like this, it stuck out to me and I did it. So I just wanted to pop up and kind of get that in your guys' mind. You can change some stuff up on the fly, but look at this funnel. The Electromites did their job, and now these dragons only have one direction to go. I'm delaying my minion print because watch the shot I have with it. I'm just going to fire it off from this scatter shot. It's going to frost over the whole town hall compartment. And look, the Royal Champion does what I wanted. She funnels that side. She's going to take care of the monolith. That was my main thing, is I just wanted to have the monolith go down. And after that, come on, I don't really care about the ricochet cannon. Obviously, the multi-archer tower would be nice to get down, but we're not going to quite get it. And then in the slammer, I should have mentioned this, is a Super Yeti and Yeti combination. A lot of you asked for that. Just normally, how does that work? Well, you get... in the blimp, this is just kind of nice. They're going to just tank and then they distract, like the Electromite shots, kind of stun defenses, which is nice. But I'll speed up now. We still had our queen kind of alive for the most part, but a ton of dragons still left. I think we have 5. The Super Yeti finally goes down. We have our minion prince, and we are going to get ourselves another 3-star. So now in Legends, I'm going to go try it out once with the dragons, once with the Root Riders, and let's see. Can we get some 3-stars, or is it going to be a bust? Okay, firstly, let's go try it out with the Root Riders. And come on, it's time to see if we can get this thing cloned and get ourselves some wicked 3-stars. So where do we want to head in towards? The CC could be a fun option if I could get that down, but I kind of like this monolith area a little bit more. Kind of splits the base, but you know what? If I go through the CC, that actually might be worth it. So I'm going to get the Yeti in here, and then I'm going to try doing this Yetimite clone as kind of just out of position here for the first one. Hopefully the Yeti doesn't run into it. I don't think he will. And then once we get these mites forming here, we should be off to the running, to the races. Yetimite, please run in there. Oh, it's another Yeti. And you know what? This isn't actually too bad. Watch this. I'll show it off with this. Look, for an example here, we're not going to quite get the Yetimites, so you're not going to try forcing it. Because remember, the worst thing is you lose them, and now you're in a just world of hurt. You don't want that at all. So we set our funnel. Root Riders, Valkyries, Apprentice Warden. It's getting everything at this point. Minion Prince, Warden, World Champion in a second right there. One more barb for the Queen. She sets the funnel. And we are pretty good here. I might pop an early. Actually, you know what? I'm going to wait on the Warden ability. I'm going to pop the Minion Prince ability, actually. Frost over the Town Hall. Pop the Queen ability. Have them go crazy. And the Warden, I'm going to pop just in a second here. Make sure we don't take too much damage. Great. And we should be able to get the town hall down as well. Perfect. Ripped through. This backside rage tower compartment is going to be very, very nasty. But I think we have done a nice job swarming the base. We still have the Royal Champion ability. So we got the damage. I'm not too worried about that. Just that rage tower with the scatter shot kind of scares me. But I think we still should be fine. Got healers. Got Root Riders. Got Queen. Got the Valkyries. I think we're fine. But I just wish my Royal Champion got tanked for just a tiny bit here. It would have been even better off. The Giant is also going to come join in here, see what it can do against this compartment. But we have Valkyries on the outside with our Queen. The Giant is going to try soloing that area, and I think he actually can. This is the real nice thing about the action figure equipment, which is always awesome to see. But I need to make sure this Ricochet cannon goes down with my Queen. So look, even with a little bit of a mess up, you still don't do terribly. Like, you still can get the 3-stars. But was this the cleanest attack I've ever had? No, obviously not. But it just goes to show the power of two things: the Root Riders, and the nice thing is I actually want to kind of show off how good the action figure equipment is. And as you can see here, it did really, really well for us. Our queen survives. She should be able to break through these walls in the short period of time she has left to at least get that CC is probably the only thing that's scaring me. But let's see, is she going to target a nice wall for us? I do not know. She probably is going to target the minion prince, take that down. And then she's only got one wall to go. That's fine. She might be able to get that down for us. This is going to be so close. But I'm happy that this actually happened, because even if this is a fail, it will hurt, but it should, be expected, because not every attack is going to be perfect with this. Because the Electromites, like I said before, good, but you can have mess ups for sure. Once! Oh my god. I thought we were done. I thought we were completely done. No way. That is unfriggin' believable. Wow. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that. That's one of the luckiest 3 stars. Hey man. Sometimes you got to be lucky to be good, but that was crazy. And I think we should end it off there. No. What am I talking about? We still got to get to the dragons. Okay. I'll see you there. Okay. My head was so jumbled. I forgot that we still had more attacks to do, so we're going to do this again with the Root Riders. Reason for this, I want to actually show it off with the Electromite, but let's see what we can do and where we want to get in our Super Yeti. And you know what? I think he actually works great at, say, like the 12 o'clock compartment. Same thing kind of with 9 o'clock, because you can get the Yeti out in front, and then there's like that layer of gap, dead space, that you can make sure the clones kind of sit in. So I'm going to try this, get a Yeti out here, and then I'm going to try timing where we can get a clone off right there. Should be good. That way, there we go. Perfect. I think we got them. Oh no, that wasn't a Yetimite? That's interesting, but there we go. Now we got the mites in here, and they should extend through, rage them up. Perfect. And now at this point, I'm going to work at the opposite side funnel and see what we can do. Maybe queen over here I think works great. A line of super barbs is how I like to set the funnel. And then root riders, apprentice warden, healers, loons, valks. You already know the drill. Get the minion prince, a warden. I'm going to send royal champion in there too. Super wall breaker out here. See if that can make it to get the queen in later. Sweet. And I'm going to pop the queen ability, get the giant out. And then I don't want everything to get blown up here, so I'm going to pop the warden ability. And I'm just going to see when I should target the minion prince ability. Probably right now to slow down that super dragon and town hall area. And at this point, we're just good to watch, because we only got the royal champion ability to worry about here. She is going to go off and running to her own side, which is okay. She's with the minion prince. My minion prince is getting tagged though, and if he goes down, it's not too big of a deal, because he got the value I needed. Royal Champion's going to focus in on the Town Hall. I'm going to pop her ability, and she should be able to clutch that for us. So many Valkyries on the outside. We got our Queen. We got the Giant. Everything here still alive. That multi-gear tower is going to be a tad bit gross to work with. Do we still have Root Riders here? Or no, the Root Riders are actually gone. That's fine. Bunch of Valkyries, like I said before. They're going outside. We got Diggy to stun, and we got ourselves a pretty quick 3-star. So yeah, this one a lot better. Obviously, the Electromites worked quite nicely here to clone. Got one of the Yetis, I think, in there, but that's fine. If you can at least just get them cloned, you'll be good to go. The Electromites are kind of fun to use, but yeah, so far, a lot of fun. But now we're going to try them out with dragons too and see how they work. So obviously, this is how you want it to go, not like that first attack. That first attack was a little bit abysmal, but my bad. I think it was just the pressure of making sure that Electromite clone worked, and I almost pooped my pants. But okay, I'll see you guys now with the dragons. Okay, last attack we are going to do with the dragons, but I have to do it in a friendly challenge. But I was practicing in Legends League. I was also filming some other stuff too. I failed to realize it was my last attack, and I did it with a different army, so I do apologize. I'm going to have to do it a friendly challenge, but I'll do it against a different clan-based base that I think you guys haven't seen, but it is one that's very common and probably a nice one to show it off against. But little PSA here. Cloning the Electromites is hard. It's not like it used to be before. So would I recommend this to bring it out all the time? Probably not, but I did want to showcase it because I got so many questions on how well it works. So now I'll see you guys at that friendly challenges. I do apologize that I can't do this in Legends League, but we'll probably do one more and call it for this video. Okay, here's the base. And so common, but it also answers another question is like, what do you do against an island style base with an army like this? Well, I want to make sure I get a decent Super Yeti Electromite clone off. And one thing I wanted to test out was how does it do against a single target? Like, can I still get the clones to work? So I lined up this mortar here and I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some fun. Even if it goes bad, it's a friendly challenge. Who cares? So I get the invisible clone in front. So what I'm anticipating here is the Yeti to move over to that gold collector, not get cloned. So I'm just going to get its mite. So watch this. Look at the mite run through. And I'm going to clone again. And then get the mites are off and running to the races, rage them up, and they're going to take down pretty much that whole compartment for me and get that sweeper, which was amazing. I'm going to fire off a Queen's Giant Arrow to take care of this air defense and then also kind of funnel these buildings. So check that out. Perfect. And now at this point, we've set our funnel. The Electromites did their job. Dragon straight in towards this Giga Bomb area with the raged up defenses. And I'm going to pop an early ward ability because there is just so much damage here. I'm like, you know what? It's probably best to save these dragons. That single did lock on towards, I think, the Giant, which is a tad bit unfortunate. Roll Champion, I thought of two things. Either the single target Inferno, but then I saw some. I'm like, I can get her to take care of that Wizard Tower, take care of this Wizard Tower, and then she can pop her ability and take care of the Monolith. Minion Prince ability, I was kind of debating when to lock off. My Queen's still alive, so I decided to pop it there to get the Town Hall kind of shots a little bit more easy to deal with. This raged up compartment is going to be gross, but I can go 4 times speed through this because we have still a mountain of dragons to help us through. Royal Champion finally does end up going down, but with just a single target Inferno left in the Town Hall, it's hilarious because my dragons do kind of do a little bit of a loop-de-loop before they get to the Town Hall, so they do want to scare me. But look at that Super Yeti still alive, which is so funny to see how far it made it. But that was the one from the Stone Slammer. So definitely do let me know what you guys thought about this video. I did want to get it out there for you guys because a lot of you were asking, well, Aki, how does this perform? Like, is it still good? And I haven't really seen many people cover it, so I did want to get this out for you. Let me know what you guys thought. If you do give it a try, how is it working for you? And if you've already tried it, how's it going? Drop that in the comment section. Remember, we're giving away the 4th and 5th gold pass of the 39,000 subscriber giveaway. All the rules are in the pinned comment and description of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all. See you soon. Peace out.